At our 12th anniversary party, my wife clinked her glass and announced, "I'm divorcing Owen. A dozen years funding my lifestyle was generous, but I'm ready to collect my half and move on." She grinned at our friends. I just sipped my wine. My estate attorney later explained to hers, "The Asset Protection Trust means she walks away with $12,000 total." I'm 43. I built a software company from scratch. Started in my apartment, writing code 16 hours a day, eating ramen. Took 8 years to hit 7 figures. I met Vanessa when I was 31 and she was 26. She was working reception at a dental office, drowning in credit card debt from a failed boutique, driving a car held together by rust and prayer. I helped restructure her debt, paid off $32,000, got her into a marketing certification program. We married after 18 months. My attorney insisted on asset protection. Not a prenup, exactly. A business trust structure. Everything I built before marriage stayed in the trust. New assets split 60-40 in my favor if she initiated divorce without legitimate cause. My mom had watched my uncle lose his medical practice in a divorce. Ended up working urgent care night shifts at 58. I learned from that. Vanessa signed the papers. I'd never try to take what you earned before me, Owen. That's yours. For the first few years, everything was fine. Then around year 6, things shifted. Designer handbags started appearing. $23,000 for a kitchen renovation we didn't need. Suddenly, our 3-bedroom house wasn't enough. We bought bigger. She started making comments at dinner parties. "Owen's always working," with this edge in her voice. "Some of us have lives outside spreadsheets." 8 months ago, her phone got a passcode. She started taking calls in the garage, disappearing Sunday afternoons, following Instagram accounts about financial independence, and securing generational wealth from strategic exits. Then, one morning, over coffee, "Can I see the trust documents again? Just want to understand our finances better." Nobody wants to understand trust structures after 11 years unless they're planning something. 2 weeks later, I came home early and heard her on FaceTime in our bedroom. A man's voice. Russell. Some wealth strategist she'd found. "You've sacrificed your prime years building his empire. Your contributions are worth millions. We need documentation of every emotional manipulation. Every time he prioritized work over you. We're establishing a pattern here." I closed the door silently and called my attorney. Then I saw my opening. We were refinancing the lake property. My attorney modified the trust terms. If either party filed with fabricated allegations of abuse or misconduct, the division became 92-8 instead of 60-40. "Bank needs everything updated," I told Vanessa. "Mostly the same numbers." I also mentioned the Amalfi Coast trip I'd booked, the one she'd been planning on Pinterest for months. She smiled, flipped through the pages, and signed. Same loopy signature with the heart over the I. Never read a word. 3 weeks later, at our anniversary dinner with both families, she stood up. "I want to toast to new beginnings, to finally choosing myself." Long pause. "I'm filing for divorce. Your attorney can call mine," I said. "He's expecting it." That night, she said, "I'm taking half of everything, Owen. The company, the houses, everything." 4 days later, divorce papers arrived. She demanded 52% of all assets, including the company, plus 8 years of alimony. Her complaint included allegations of emotional neglect and financial control, designed to pressure a settlement. The preliminary hearing was brutal. The judge ordered me to pay her $11,000 monthly, while the house situation got resolved. Legal fees hit $130,000. Then the settlement conference arrived. Her attorney presented their offer. 48% of all assets and 6 years of alimony. My attorney slid 3 folders across the table. First folder, the original trust Mrs. Caldwell signed at marriage. Second folder, the modified trust Mrs. Caldwell signed during your refinancing. Third folder, supplementary evidence. Vanessa's head snapped toward me. "What modified trust?" Section 7, subsection C. "In the event either party files using false allegations of abuse or misconduct, asset division becomes 92% to the accused party, 8% to the filing party." Her face went white. I never agreed to that. My attorney slid the document toward her. "Your signature, notarized. You even drew your heart over the I. You did read it before signing, right?" I asked. "Or were you thinking about Positano?" Then my attorney opened the third folder. Vanessa had transferred $260,000 to an LLC in Delaware 3 months before filing. Failed to disclose a brokerage account worth $190,000. He showed printed messages between Vanessa and Russell. Their entire plan, including Russell's 20% fee on anything above the original trust amount. Her attorney looked like he wanted to disappear. 3 days later, they settled. Vanessa got her 8%, $12,400.